Welcome back to The Point. A statement by Priyanka Gandhi today in Raebareli has drawn attention to the level of personal invective exchanged every day by Congress and BJP. Priyanka Gandhi has claimed that her husband and family have been humiliated. But the BJP could say exactly the same about the Congress's treatment of Narendra Modi. So tonight we ask, who's humiliating who? Can any one party lay claim to the moral high ground? Or are they both guilty of lowering the debate with reprehensible rhetoric? My guests are Congress spokesperson and MP Abhishek Singhvi and the well-known BJP spokesperson Nirmala Sitharaman. Nirmala Sitharaman, speaking in Raebareli today, Priyanka Gandhi has claimed that the BJP is trying to humiliate her family and her husband by the things they've said about them. Are you guilty of that charge?
Well, we are certainly raising a lot of questions about Mr. Vadra and the allegations which have been on for last 2 years. And answers are definitely expected of the family or by Mr. Vadra himself. And therefore, if issues of probity in public life are raised, and if that is considered as an insult to the family or, injuring their reputation or something, I think that's not a fair way of looking at it.
Can I ask you this? Is it your intention to humiliate Priyanka Gandhi? Because that is exactly what she says she feels, humiliated.
In fact, till now we've been told by union cabinet ministers and by the advocates of the Congress party that he is a private citizen, and why are you raising a question? In fact, this is the first ever time we've heard anyone from the family own him up. So who's humiliating anybody at all? He is a private citizen when you choose to, and suddenly he's not one.
You know, the truth, Abhishek Singhvi, is that your party has said an equal number of offensive or humiliating things about Narendra Modi. Rahul Gandhi has called him a Hitler. Sita Ramaiah and Beni Prasad Verma have called him a murderer. Digvijay Singh has called him Ravan. Salman Khurshid has said he's impotent. Sonia Gandhi has accused him of Zair ki kheti. So can Priyanka Gandhi claim when your party is equally guilty of allegedly humiliating Narendra Modi? Isn't this a classic case of the pot calling the kettle black?
It becomes a little superficial, Karan, if you don't see the context in which the statements are made. 80% of the statements you quoted just now are not humiliation at all. They are muhavras, they are sayings, they are idioms. I took the briefing, and the previous day Mr. Modi had said that the People's Court in Gujarat has given its verdict.
Is it a muhavra to be called Hitler or a murderer?
I said...
Is it a muhavra to be called Hitler or a murderer?
Yes, it is, sir. If you allow me to complete my sentence. The previous day Mr. Modi said regarding Godhra, I have been given a People's Court verdict by winning in Gujarat. The next day I took the briefing, I said Mussolini and Hitler won by larger margins, more elections than anybody else. That does not validate their actions. Now you pluck it out and you say Hitler. This is a way of explaining a point. It doesn't mean that he is identical to Hitler in every which way. But certainly, if electoral victory, then Hitler, Idi Amin, Ziaul Haq and Mussolini won more elections than he has won in Gujarat.
All right.
That's all that we said.
Let me
see the context. Salman Khurshid never called him physically impotent. He called him idiomatically impotent.
All right.
Under his watch things happen. He's not physically impotent.
Well, all right. Idiomatically or physically, we don't know. Let's leave that aside. I'll come back to your question of context in a moment's time. Let me first put this issue of context to Nirmala Sitharaman. You know that there is a well-established tradition in Indian politics that family members and their foibles or their problems are not raked up in public. Regardless of what you do legally, it's not made an electoral issue. And for sure in 2004, no concerns to do with Mr. Vajpayee's son-in-law, even though they abounded in the level of rumours, were brought up by the Congress party. Have you betrayed that well-established Indian tradition by bringing into public domain as electoral issues concerns to do with Mrs. Gandhi's son-in-law and Priyanka Gandhi's husband?
Let's start with this now, Karan. Just this 1 minute which Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi spoke, did he address the issue of Vadra, the corruption, or the right or the wrong of BJP raising these issues? He straight went to talking about those metaphorical expressions with which they want to, demean Narendra Modi.
But you're avoiding my question as well.
No. Let me just finish, Karan. You're a very, very intelligent anchor, right? You allow that transgression of Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi even within the first minute he spoke. Whereas I am trying to address the issue. I am trying to raise the issue. Saying it is an issue of probity in public life.
Mrs. Sitaraman, you pointed out his transgression very effectively. The audience will have noticed it. Now answer my question.
Yes.
Why have you broken the tradition of not raising problems to do with family members who are not in politics? No one raised Mr. Vajpayee's son-in-law in 2004, although as I said, rumors abounded at the time. Why are you doing it for Mrs. Gandhi's son-in-law now?
Karan, please charge me of being one of those panelists who's tough with you, but let me say this to you. Because you want to bring in Atal Bihari Vajpayee's son-in-law into this debate, you're forgetting the fact that on Vadra, the issue has been live for last 2 years. It is not a political electoral matter. It has been a discussion in public space for 2 years. And you had the one and only response coming from Mr. Vadra.
But you still not answered my question.
I'm telling you, this is my answer. You want an answer which suits you? This is my answer.
All right.
My answer is last 2 years, Mr. Vadra has just given us one answer, and that was, who are these mango people to ask me in a banana republic? That is the answer we have had on Vadra's issue in the last 2 years.
Let me put that.
Why is the Congress running away from answering? It's an issue of probity in public life.
Let me put that to Abhishek Singhvi, and I'm going to put it like this. You said, Abhishek Singhvi, that we need to see things in context. You explained away the allegedly humiliating comments about Narendra Modi made by your side on the grounds that in context, they're very different. Let me now put to you the context within which the BJP is raising concerns about Robert Vadra. First of all, the context was set by the Economic Times, then it was followed up by the Business Standard, thereafter by the Hindu, and then Arvind Kejriwal. The context is well established. Given that this is so much in the public domain, why is it not a legitimate issue to raise, particularly when the key concern is corruption?
Let's be frank, Karan, I don't think anybody can or does intend to have a kind of a preliminary threshold gag order. I don't think in this democracy of India, when sub judice rules are dead and gone, I am here to at all say that you can't say anything. Almost anything and everything can be said.
But you're not answering my question.
There is hardly any injunction.
Both of you are very good at answering questions that you've chosen to hear, but not what I've asked.
No. I am saying on the contrary that the right of the BJP to go to the lowest level of debate, I can't stop that.
It's not the lowest level of debate.
It was
concerns established by the Hindu, the Business Standard and the Economic Times. Are you criticizing those papers as well now?
Yes, so I am saying the following then, Karan. We have 2 PIL orders where the same allegations were rubbished. The BJP is welcome to go and file an FIR tomorrow or a complaint. Why don't they do it? They cannot keep on. And I am going further. I am challenging Ms. Sitaraman to ask me a specific question about the illegality, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. What more should we do?
Just a moment. Let her, pause. You've just given her a challenge. Let her decide whether she wants to take it up. Pause, hold your breath, count your peace. Ms. Sitaraman, you've just heard. No, pause, Abhishek Singhvi. Abhishek Singhvi, you made a challenge. Let her respond to it. It's only fair that you should.
Yes.
Mrs. Sitaraman, you've just been challenged. Raise an issue of legality. Raise a pointed issue of what you claim to be the corruption of Robert Vadra. Here's your opportunity on national TV to do so with a Congress spokesman challenging you and inviting you. If you really want to take this as far as the logic suggests,
let's have it.
Here's your opportunity. Go for it.
Karan, you may incite me to do it here, but how very foolish are we to think that the Indian voters don't understand this, which has been going on for 2 years? What is this kind of a buccaneering style? Oh, I challenge Nirmala Sitharaman. Let her ask me this question. I'll try to answer it. It's a legal question. Are we in a college debate mode? I'm sorry. Last 2 years,
this is
the people of... Hold on. No, don't gratify yourself so soon, Mr. Singhvi. Last 2 years, the people of India have been raising this issue, and we have not had an answer from the Congress party. Don't you give me a challenge here.
Raise one pointed question. He's challenging you.
Priyanka Gandhi today could have, like her brother Rahul, just come up for, even we're not waiting for the Prime Minister. He told the ordinance, come out like that and say today, welcome to have a Supreme Court monitored.
I think it's only fair. I think it's only fair. I go back to Abhishek Singhvi. Abhishek Singhvi, you set a challenge. You've heard the way it's been responded to.
Karan,
do you think that suddenly the BJP is not prepared to put facts to their accusation? They're sticking to generalities.
Karan, I'll tell you. Karan, just a second.
Not at all. The BJP has been asking for 2 years the same question. They're running away from debate. And also, what was then the need to harass
You must
Kimka?
let Abhishek Singhvi answer.
What was the need to harass Kimka?
You must.
If you have everything clear, come out. Ask for an investigation.
Let him answer.
Why not?
Mrs. Sitaraman, let him answer.
Karan,
go ahead. You set a challenge. You've seen how it's
Karan,
been responded to.
Please allow me my 120 seconds uninterrupted, Karan. I threw a factual challenge for a specific factual legal illegality of Mr. Vadra to be asked. No question came. I am tempted to say I told you so. Now I'll go further. I'll put my
you're not going to go forward. I will respond to that. As the anchor, I will exercise my prerogative and respond to that. The charge against Robert Vadra, forgive me, Mr. Singhvi, I'm going to respond to it. The charge against Robert Vadra is that he used his influence both with DLF and the Haryana government to secure land, to get permissions for the change of conversion of land use faster than anyone else did, as a result of which he benefited by some tens of crores. Land that was originally paid for by just 3 crores transformed into 57 crores. That's the charge. Use of influence, misuse of position.
Karan, you constantly interrupted me. You haven't allowed me 120 seconds. Now I'll answer you nevertheless. Although the question has not come from the BJP because there is no specific illegality, but from you.
You can still answer it. It's come from the anchor.
DLF is, DLF has converted more land than possibly a mini city put together over the last 60 years.
That's not an answer to my question. I'm talking about the land that went to Robert Vadra.
I think you have the right to interrupt. You can't allow a question. I will not answer it then. You don't have the courage to listen to an answer. You interrupt me within 15 seconds. That's a complete abuse of the anchor's discretion. Sorry. Complete abuse.
Karan, I have not said such strong words. You're getting it from the Congress now. You're not getting an answer.
You don't have a challenge picked up. I'm prepared to answer questions. You allow me to answer. She doesn't answer questions.
Challenges are not thrown like this carelessly, Dr. Singhvi.
5 seconds.
Challenges are not thrown like this carelessly, Dr. Singhvi.
Let me.
There are enough questions.
Let me pull out with this tutu meme. Let me pull out with this tutu meme and put something to both of you. This is a serious election. The issues are critical. The people of India care about their future. Are the two of you right to reduce the campaign to a sharing of invective, Congress versus BJP, Gandhi versus Modi? Is that the right way of doing it? Are you not lowering both the demands of our democracy as well as the requirements of our electorate? First, Mrs. Sitaraman, then Mr. Singhvi.
Here there is no tutu meme. The debate has been on growth, development and the aspirations of the people. We have a proven track record in every one of the BJP ruled states, and therefore we are going on that plank. But clearly because they don't have answers, and for the public when they are asking questions about corruption which has gone uncontrollably under the UPA, and one of which is very clearly exemplified by the case of Mr. Vadra.
I think that's a long enough answer. I must give a chance to Abhishek Singhvi to answer the same question.
Vadra is coincidentally
Abhishek Singhvi, at a time when the people of India want to hear about the issues that really matter to them, are you letting them down by talking about Modi as a murderer and as Hitler and Zahir ki kheti? You're as guilty as the BJP of deflecting the issue and reducing it to ridiculous things.
Absolutely not. Your specific question about Hitler and Zahir ki kheti, I've specifically answered. I'm not going to repeat it. As far as these mantras are concerned, growth, development, they don't happen by merely mouthing them. The real growth and development which the BJP Modi talks about are the Giriraj Singh version of growth and development, the Amit Shah version of growth and development. There are 20 examples to the dozen of that kind. Growth and development is a camouflage. Divisive agenda is the real
but let's not get carried away now. Once again, we're back to trying to level unjustified charges at each other. At least the two of you are smiling. Let it be that this is the sort of fun thing that happens really to excite rather than the mainstay of an election campaign. My grateful thanks to both of you for joining me. And if you have been, thanks for watching. We're going to leave it there. See you tomorrow. Goodbye. Good night.